There are many things people do when they get restless. Maybe you go for a walk or listen to music. Maybe you lay down and accept your fate, doomed to be bored for hours on end. Maybe it differs day to day. Around here, we normally change something we shouldn't. Today's mission, as Salem has so greatly decided, is painting the walls. Oh joys, manual labor.
I still think it'd be cool if you painted one of the walls like a giant canvas. A forest design. Or something picturesque. Ooh, what about a field of flowers?
The answer's still no, Salem. You know I don't paint like I used to.
But you could. It's not like I'm gonna ask you to spell anything, especially not in Korean after the last time.
Oh, haha, very funny. Make fun of the dyslexic kid, why don't you?
You know I'm joking. Mom, can you pass me that paint, please?
You're sure this is the color you want it to be, Sal?
I've heard blue's meant to be calming. Besides, it's pale. It'll be fine. Are you gonna help, Micah?
Is that a good idea?
Just try not to step in the paint this time.
What happened last time? Was that when Jay called me and told me her newest patient was you?
Broken leg and 3 sprained fingers, all from trying to paint a wall.
It's dangerous work.
If it wasn't such a horrible sight, Mama Jay might have been able to look at it outside of the hospital. You're lucky you know a nurse.
Lucky to know her, unlucky to need her. The only healthy middle I get around here.
You may not experience as much bad luck as you think. It's just what you focus on. I've heard it's easier to remember the bad.
So you don't think there's something wrong with me, Mrs. Alice?
I've told you once and I'll tell you again. Call me Rue, dear. And perhaps you are clumsier than normal, yes, but that doesn't necessarily mean you're cursed or anything other than experiencing a few bad years. People make mistakes. It's part of what makes us human.
Clumsy. That was a new one. With all the advice Rue always seemed to have, you'd think she was a therapist. You'd have guessed wrong, of course, as she actually runs the florist just outside of town. I'd say florists fit much more with the attempts at wearing summer dresses all year round. With some of the floral designs, you'd think it was camouflage to hide from customers. She had a friendly face, the kind that made you feel comfortable around her at first glance. It wasn't hard to tell where Salem picked up the mom friend habits when you put 2 and 2 together.
So, where is Mama Jay anyways?
Jay's been dealt night shifts all week, I'm afraid. But I'm sure she'd love a call from you if you manage to catch each other.
So, the flowers you brought with you, mind telling us what they mean?
That reminds me, do you have a vase somewhere I can...
Here, you can take the incense out of this one.
Perfect. Thank you, Sal. These were all cut today. The sprigs of green don't mean anything. They're filler. But the marigolds and the lilies are both meant to represent happiness. The other lilies attract good luck, and the poppies symbolize hope. I thought the colors would complement your living space as well.
Well, it's very pretty. Thank you, Mom.
Of course. Anytime. I thought it'd been a little while since this plant had seen in flowers.
We have plants, just only ones we can eat, like chilies and herbs. It's not like we have much of a garden to grow anything properly.
And you're welcome to grow other plants in ours, as long as they're legal and aren't poisonous.
Have you grown poisonous plants before?
Not on purpose. How was I supposed to know some plants that grow in the wild are poisonous? I was like 9.
10, technically. It was your 10th birthday. And yes, she decided to dig up a random plant and keep it. She hid it in her pocket the entire walk home. It was only when I was watering the garden later that week that I noticed. Jay was the one who discovered it was deadly.
How did I not know about this? You should invite your moms around more often, Salem.
Bailey would never let me live anything down again. So, had any interesting customers recently?
Nice subject change there.
Shut up.
I did have this nice man come in yesterday. Looked like he rolled right out of a detective noir jacket, and cigarette to boot. Didn't talk much, but he sounded awfully posh. British, if you could believe it. Said he was getting flowers for his nephew as a surprise. The strange part was that he also requested 2 black roses separated from the bundle. He told me one was to go to his office, which wasn't so much as an unusual request, but he said the other was for his parakeet. Can you believe it?
Sounds kind of like the guy I met at the convenience store.
Speaking of pets, keep an eye on Crescent. He learned his lesson munching on the herbs, but he's determined to eat everything at least once.
If it looks like food to him, it is. We should probably keep him away from the paint as well. Where is he?
Sunbathing in Salem's room, I believe.
Oh, yeah. I think we're good. Moving's too much effort for him.
And this is why he's fat.
You're very welcome to try and walk him again, but just remember, you're the one who feeds him human food.
Put the paintbrushes down. The couch is made with fabric. You'll never get the paint off.
I missed out on story time? No fair, Rue. Do you have any other stories about Baby Salem? They don't tell us much about how they were, and the amount they know about us. It only seems fair.
Stop trying to coax stories out of my mom, Bailey.
It's quite alright. I think I have time for one more story before I go.
You don't have to listen to him. He's just looking for blackmail.
Liar. I just want to know what you were like.
Salem's past wasn't a secret. She wasn't a secretive person. What Bailey had meant to say is it wasn't often that it came up in conversation. A reference here and there, maybe, but it wasn't much. We all had a tendency to forget how long we truly knew each other. Things sort of blend together after a while. I'd label mine a trauma response, but maybe that was just a label to forget about it. Well, today is not the day we find out.
Huh. I just sort of assumed the whole witchcraft deal was something you picked up yourself.
Practicing has always been common in my family. My father was amazing at reading runes. He had a bag on him at all times. So it's been there as an option ever since mine and Jay's relationship got serious when Sal was little. Sewing, however, they taught themselves how to sew without any help. And when you tried to make yourself traditional clothing for the first time, cut out your mother's hanbok and, well, did you ever manage to recover it?
Oh, shredded. Completely shredded. I tried to sew the whole thing together by hand without a reference, and all the cuts were horribly wonky.
And now look at you. A talent you could sell.
I think I'll stick to working at the library, thanks.
Salem made me dungarees for my birthday once. That was pretty cool. I practically live in them when it gets warmer.
Is that so? Well, it's been lovely to see you again after so long, Bailey. But I really must get going.
I'll see you out, Mom.
Goodbye, Micah.
Yep, safe travels. You wouldn't think it, but Bailey and Salem had a thing going for a while when they first met. It collapsed pretty quickly, but it was an interesting few weeks. What is a group of queer friends if they haven't tried to date at least once?
How long does that paint take to dry?
If you plan on sitting there watching paint dry, you'll be there for a good few hours. This stuff isn't quick dry.
So, someone definitely shouldn't be, I don't know, leaning on the wall?
Probably not. Oh no. Please tell me I'm not that stupid. I'm that stupid.
It could be worse.
My clothes are the wall.
Well, at least there's a design like Salem was going on about.
I don't think a human-shaped cutout is quite what they had in mind.
You gonna try to paint over it?
I'm not sure what else I can do, Bailey. Oh, come on, you've got to be kidding me.
Wasn't that one of Salem's crystals?
Congrats, detective. You want a medal for that one?
Hey, Micah, sit down. It's okay. I can deal with it.
Sit where? I'm covered in paint, remember?
Then stand still. I'll deal with you in a second.
I heard something smash. Is everything okay? Ooh.
I'm sorry, Salem. I didn't even see it.
It's just a few shards chipped off. No big deal. More crystals to spread around. Your clothes, on the other hand, get in the shower.
But all this mess, we've
You're
gotta...
gonna make more if you don't get in the shower. I'll grab you some clothes. These ones may have to be burned or something. The wall is the last problem here.
Bailey, what are you doing?
What? Have you forgotten what teamwork is?
Just try not to cut yourself on that. It might be sharp.
Yeah. Get out of here.
Avoid the carpet. You know how much paint is capable of destroying.
Sometimes I have to remind myself that if everything was purely bad luck in my life, I'd have been dead years ago. If anything, I'm great entertainment. There's a pro for you. Oh, Rue the Great. Having parents like Salem's, well, guess that's what makes her so lucky. It lost the draw from the get-go. Paint. It had to be paint.
When looking into crystal balls, make a statement of not blinking. You never know how many eyes they already contain. In this episode you heard Luka Miller as Micah Oak, Teu M Shin as Salem Alice, Kiki Ash as Rue Alice, and Felyx Pozorski as Bailey King. Mixed Bad Luck is written and produced by Cry MJ, and credits are read by Kit Paterson. Thank you for listening.
Embarrassed about the icy chill that lingers in the guest room? Anxious about the noisy poltergeist in the attic? At Better Place, we know how isolating a haunting can be. Don't let your ghost be the only guest in your home. Reclaim your space with Better Place. Terms and conditions apply. Costs vary with spirit severity. The term Better Place is used metaphorically, and the existence of an afterlife cannot be guaranteed.
Having pest problems? You wouldn't put up with a house infested with mice or cockroaches, so why should you have to put up with a ghost? If cleaning the blood out the walls is taking too much of your time, or if replacing the shattered light bulbs is costing too much, Better Place can help. Stop paying through the nose to fix the symptoms and go right to the source with Better Place. A one-off payment will get rid of your ghost for good. Visit our website or call us now on Tell No Tales is a serialised fiction podcast about ghosts, the people who hunt them, and finding out who the real villains are. With new episodes every Monday, search Tell No Tales wherever you get your podcasts.